So I was just thinking that when exercising, and I'm guessing it's like kind of universal. Like there's different terminology for it, but when you're doing exercise, specifically like physical therapy type, I have found that there are certain kind of key points that if you are aware of them, it will show you where you stand. So, for example, like right now, I am having a spasm on the right side of my back, and it's right next to my spine. So on the right side of my spine, the muscle is inflamed. It's huge and it's hard. And I'm trying to show you something. And the muscle on the left side of my spine is soft, has no hardness at all. So, see if I can get this camera to stay up without fucking anything up. Okay. So when I stand, you'll see what you notice first. Okay. Okay. So I'm very tense right now. Okay. This part needs to be stronger. And also notice my shoulders, okay? So, I'm gonna try to stand up straight. Now watch. Now I'm going on my toes, which helps. So since I put that patch on my back, the inflammation did go down. But basically the right side of me is lifted. And in yoga, I did hot yoga for physical therapy. I did a hot yoga training, and that's all the physical therapy that I really know of. And it worked for me. But when I tried to stand up straight, there was a strange relief that I felt in my lower back and sacral area, but there was also a fear of it not having any foundation. So the original accident damaged, I got a fracture on the left side of my sacrum, and the left side of my body I had lost feeling in these fingers. I have feeling now. But over the years, it seems like my right side has had to compensate for my left side in many ways. And this is for a whole other video, but I also have like the word woman and man tattooed on me. And it's weird that the right side, the stronger side, has the word man, and the weak side that's always getting hurt has woman written on it. Pisses me off, actually. But they both work together, you know? So my little observation that I learned in yoga was like, so first, your tongue. If your tongue isn't relaxed, then you're trying too hard. Or if your jaw is like stressed, you need to have a little bit of relaxation in your jaw and your tongue, and also your forehead. When you're focusing, your gaze needs to always be soft, kind of through your third eye. It's all about like moving in a soft way. So even as I'm standing right now, like look at how I'm standing. I'm totally leaning over here, And when I try to shift back to the middle, this is actually good exercise because I have this to, like, I can, now there's no weight in my feet. I can kind of let my lower back hang a little bit. But I'm not really supposed to be doing a lot of bending forward. And for me, in my experience, my hips are a huge emotional, but like fucking dump area. I mean, it's crazy. I'll do hip stretching, and it will almost always make me cry. I'll do it's called wind removing pose in English. There's 3 parts to it, and I almost always want to start sobbing. And it's funny because I've heard that like fear and stuff is stored in those parts of your body, and so you see it come up. But okay, so another key point. So you're noticing how my right side of my body is lifted and trying to lift the whole rest of my body. So with that gentleness, right? Another place to check in is your shoulders. So like, let's say you're doing half moon, okay? So if you're doing half moon, okay, watch my shoulders. If you're up here, you don't want to be up there. That's a very tense and stressed place to be. You want your shoulders. You want to move from there instead of reaching too high. So you're coming down and you're keeping this, and by working from here, eventually you stretch. You realize that you're stretching not really from your arms, you're stretching from your lower back. So noticing if your shoulders are up by your ears, wherever you're at in life, whether you're exercising or just thinking, if your shoulders are up to your earlobes, just start over and kind of, and I have to say too, so that's the other key point. Another key point is the point right below your belly button. Always try to pull that in towards your spine. And there's 2 motions that will stabilize and ground you. And I would say also doing like a Kegel type motion also stabilizes and grounds, but I don't know what to call that for male biology. I don't know if it's a similar thing, or kind of like maybe like tightening your asshole. Like if you kind of, I don't want to even say tightening your asshole because that actually makes your spine, your lower spine, turn in like a scared dog way. That's not what I'm going for. It's like trying to, I don't know what to call it for male biology. So if you have any words of wisdom, please comment section. So that's another key point right below your belly button. But that's like the base of your vehicle, and that will help ground you. And then another key point then is your heels. I would say your heels and the balls of your feet, like the 4 corners of your feet. It's like, let's say these are our feet. This is your heel. 1, 2. And then the ball of your foot. Letting yourself be there with it in the ground. And like letting yourself absorb the earth's energy as well as grounding into it. Like an exchange is happening, an energetic exchange. Breathing into the center of your heart is the key to everything. It will open you up. And in a non-aggressive, it's just kind of unlocks the door. Breathing in and out of your heart. Okay. And also breathing in and out of your skin. Practice what it feels like to breathe in and out of your skin. All the while keeping your tongue and jaw relaxed, okay? Let me know how that goes for you. I am not a doctor, so please don't hurt yourself and blame me. These are just things that I have observed over the years. This accident happened almost 20 years ago. And this is one of those moments that my back goes out. So this started yesterday, about almost 24 hours ago. And this isn't the worst that I've seen. The worst that I've seen is I cannot move a few feet within 5 minutes. So it's pretty rough when it happens. It's hard to not be able to move, but without taking it personally, if that's possible. See, like right now, my hip just popped. Oh, and when this starts to release, it's fucking relieving, because all these, it almost feels like some kind of hot gas or something is like building up. I think it's like a fluid or something built up in your muscles, and it's releasing out of my hips, and it will just like, it's crazy. It's like the most relieving thing, but it like builds and builds, and then all of a sudden, one little movement will like free me up. But so yeah, over the years, these are things that I've observed. So like hot yoga, for instance, I've met people, they either hate it or they love it, and